I'm going to check her out in her studio. There we go. Coming up to your land. This is where all the magic happens. So this is the photography studio up here. This is all of mostly her work. And got her editing suite here. And the dark room in here. Oh, there's one of the paint on water.
Wait a minute, let me put more light.
Oh wow, there we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
I made it so that we have plenty of light.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Let me get this stuff.
Well, I guess especially for editing as well. The more light, the better. This is great. So this is all full of your photographs. So are they negatives, a lot of them, that are in the boxes?
The
Or?
box is all photographs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Come on.
And this I love. This is part of a larger exhibit she's trying to get off the ground, based on the theme of women around the world. Where was this one? Where was this? What's the theme of this one?
This is from my women's series. That's when I was in Europe and I saw a program.
What part of the world is this woman from?
It's Egypt.
Egypt? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Egypt.
Yeah. So there's a whole series that you're working on with that, and you did what? What did you say? How many different photographs did you do?
I think I have like 20, 24.
From 24 different parts of the world,
Well,
like
some of them
countries.
have 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Like, for example, from the Azores, I did 2 in the Azores, 1 in Portugal, representing Portugal. And,
Yeah.
sometimes like that. South America, different countries in South America.
I think that's
Africa,
great. Yeah.
Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Europe, I did a woman with a basket going to the market because they do this all the time.
Yeah, isn't that great?
That kind of a thing. So, yeah, that's what I
So
did.
basically focused on the theme of women.
Well, I was in Austria and we decided to go for the weekend to the vineyard. And we got back to the room, we were really hot and sweaty. And usually my husband always says, you go first. So, but this time he said, I can send myself, let me have a shower first.
Yeah.
So I said, sure. So I turned the TV on because I love to see what their arts educational, they have all kinds of interesting shows that they show. So here's a program on TV that was done, to me it looked like Africa, one of the countries, because of the topography and the way the women looked. And it was kind of cool. They were cooking outside and they were just going to get water and brought it on their heads and that kind of a thing. But then it was the communion of women. They were braiding the hair to each other. They were happy. They were just working. They had nothing to show for it. But this was just my experience that I was having, because the program, he was talking to them through interpreter.
Okay.
And then subtitle in German. I don't read German or understand the word he and they, but not enough. But I was getting it, and I thought, when you see someone dressed differently than you are, or doing the task differently than you do, you automatically make an assumption that you know that woman. So I thought, I know the series I'm going to do. So I got home and I did research on their lives and how they, they live and how their customs and traditions are. And I proceeded to decide, all of this. Great. Now it's great because you go on the internet, you can get all of this.
Good old Google.
Well, Google, and this actually places you can get a lot of this information. So I did that, and then I proceeded either to make costumes to the closest I could buy fabrics to do that. Or I have 2 friends who at the theater, they do theater and they have a lot of costumes. That's one of them. The coat is hers. The headpiece and the face is hers, but the headpiece and the dress underneath, it's mine. I made it. So I have many of those. So it's kind of interesting.
That's
and the
fantastic.
idea was that you don't know who I am.
I
So
see.
in each photograph, it's actually me.
Oh my goodness, what
Dressed in their traditional costumes. So the first time I showed them, and everybody says, "Who is that woman? Did you go to all those countries?" And I said, "You just made my day," because that was exactly what I was saying. It's me, but you don't know me. You're judging that photograph as somebody else.
That's
And that's
incredible.
exactly what happens. And that was the creativity part that came into being the woman's series.
Yeah, I think that's a great concept, and I really look
Yeah.
forward to the day when you can bring this whole exhibit to life. It's really going to be fantastic.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but that's how it came to be, that part.
Cool. And oh my gosh,
Oh, that's just a one
that's
that got
gorgeous.
messed up. It got messed up.
This is one of her paint on water pieces. That is fantastic.
This is another one.
That's beautiful. What is it printed on? It's not typical
It's printed
photo
in
paper.
Metallic paper. It's
Oh, wow.
metallic paper, because then you have the dimension and the depth of colors. You know, you can see it through it.
It's funny, your top actually blends with the theme of these photos.
That's me.
Gorgeous. This one?
This is my frog. This is the original. You know.
The original inspiration for the
Yes.
paint on water.
Yes.
This is the frog.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was in our creek in the farm.
Isn't that incredible? And this all came from one night of insomnia.
Yes, exactly.
And you decided you were going to experiment with paint and water. I love it.
And I did a lot of these from Europe.
Wow, that's so neat.
Isn't that cool?
Are most of these from your time in Austria?
Yeah, well, through Austria and through other, like this is Czechoslovakia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Budapest.
Budapest, yes.
Oh yeah, these are the first color that I did with food colors. It's not as good as
Oh,
dyes.
okay.
See the difference between
Yeah,
that
so this
and
is food coloring that you used
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah.
And so then this is actual dye. Yeah, they're a bit crisper.
Yes, these.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see what else I have.
Gorgeous.
What I
I've developed a storing or filing system of
Well, I
either
used to
by
have it
date
written
or-
on it, and then in order to minimize space, I put different ones on top, on the same box. And then when you sell something, then it's no longer
They get
there.
shifted around,
It's
yeah.
one of those things, but it might be on this box.
Bingo, we found them.
We can put them in. Would you like to put it on the table so it's easier?
Sure. So this machine is to cut your own mat.
Yes.
So you were saying as a photographer you do
As a photographer, you do from the beginning to take the photo, to develop, to print it, to mat it, to frame it, and sell it.
wow. And that is
Sometimes it
why.
works selling it, sometimes it doesn't.
But that is why also a part of why, you pay good money for a decent piece of photographic art.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's quite annoying when painters say that photography is not art.
Yeah, I'm sure it
I need to
is.
educate them.
Yeah, really.
Oops. American woman who goes to the market and sells her hats.
South American woman. That's great.
This one is an Indian woman getting the shafts off the rice. So they actually swirl it, and the breeze comes, and as the rice falls back into the plate, it blows the shafts away.
Now, did you, because I know you were recently in India around the time you were working on these photographs.
This part, I was glad to see that actually works this way.
Okay.
I observed them doing this on the street.
Okay. So
But-
you act like you observed this firsthand in India.
Yes.
And, okay.
I should have had written things for each one because I wrote it you make each one of those. This is the first backpacks were done in South America too, one of the countries. And when they go to, they have these ovens outdoors on the street that they bake the bread, and they go and buy the bread, and this is what they do. And I actually made this one just like they.
No way.
Yes.
So they buy the bread and then they put them
Yes.
in these
Yes.
backpacks.
And if the woman is married, she wears the apron.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And if she's not married, she just doesn't.
Not wear the apron. Yes.
Isn't it interesting? Different cultures have different signals of showing availability. Basically, is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting.
And like Iranian woman would wear this.
An Iranian.
Yes.
Okay. So it's just basically all black
Yes.
cloak and a
Like
head
that.
covering.
They wear head cover. Some wear just a scarf, and some others wear, different. It all depends which sect you belong to.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the big one that you've
This
got
is
up
like the
there.
one.
And this one is from Egypt.
Yes.
So this is traditional fabrics and how they would be clothed.
This one is Africa. And I have a couple from Africa.
Now, where in, because Africa has many countries, right? Was there somewhere specific this one came from?
I normally I have all this written, but
Okay.
creative mind does not keep history.
Right. But actually, you did a write-up on each of these.
One has,
oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
there's also some serious research going into
the
them.
title in each one was "Don't judge me, know me."
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Such a great message.
Yeah.
And this one is from?
It's from one of the countries in Africa.
Okay.
Those things like
Got
that.
it.
And those could be Pakistan, one of those that they wear like that.
Okay.
With the pencil.
Yeah.
This one actually, men and women in Morocco, when they go shopping, they wear these and they want the sticks to walk with.
Oh, and what does it signify to wear this to go shopping?
They wear those, and they usually put the hood up or not. But usually, if you just mind your own business, you just have your hood on, and then
And is it also because of the heat as well? Because it's so hot there, that color
Could be.
in
Could be.
particular? Yeah.
This is Pakistan. Some I remember, others I don't. And this is another one. And as they walk on their daily tasks, they wear these called praying beads. They just go through it.
Yeah. And where is this from? Is it from South America?
It is South America.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
definitely
one of those
looks.
countries, yes.
Yeah, South American.
And they can see the apron as well. Yeah.
So the apron is also a common theme in a lot of
In some
cultures.
cultures,
Yeah.
yes. And this is India, go to dress up. I love this color.
Oh, I just adore that color.
And then I did quite a few in the African countries, and they carry like whatever they went to collect or something, they tie it and carry on their heads, and they cover their faces just like that.
Wow.
If I knew we were going to do this, I would get all the stuff out, have each country with each one and the story.
Well, I think this might be a good way to give people a taste of what this is like.
And this is South America as well. They make the sweaters, and they always wear the colorful and the hats. And this one, I know it's China, and it is a formal. What do you call those things?
Kimono?
Kimono, and it is for like when you attend the ceremony of some wedding. Used the olden days. Some weddings they would show the black bottom with the short one, and I have another one that is actually all short, all black. This one is Asian as well.
Oh yes, this is more of what people assume to see, right? Beautiful. And you got fabrics to do all of these, or you wow.
Yeah. This one is Africa. They carry these heavy pots in water. The girls start when they're very young, carrying them. So they must, the muscle on the neck is very strong to carry that weight, because they will go miles to get water. Yes.
Yeah. And it's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, their lives are not easy. But they were so happy, and they were singing, and it was just wonderful to see it.
Yeah.
And see, they collect all these sticks to carry home to burn, so that's how they look. And this is the Asian as well, Chinese. And the inside is red lining, and when it's open, it just shows a little bit on.
Does red in particular signify anything on the inside?
I wasn't told that. I just saw that's what they wore, the black one. It was actually, this is an original kimono, came from China. A friend of mine, she's a painter as well, an artist, and they travel quite extensively. And she had that, and she offered, do you want to use it? And she told me the story.
Aw, that's great.
Yeah. One carrying things, use of the hollow part of the tree trunk and make bowls, and they carry
Wow.
food in them for long distance, and they just walk and just put this thing on the head and just boom, and go.
And I love how they're all on completely blank white
Yes,
backgrounds.
exactly. That was done specifically.
Yeah.
And this was Joanna, my grandmother, my dad's mother. She always carried one of these baskets, and she went to visit people, and the first fruits or bread or whatever she had, she always, whenever she went to visit anybody, she always took something. And that's how this is her scarf and her own shawl.
And the basket was
my father's basket.
Wow, he made that basket.
Made that. It's an old basket.
Wow.
This is The Church We Go.
To church we go.
Portuguese woman.
What a great title. The lace headscarf.
In South America, the woman works in the fields with the husband, and sometimes they carry the children on their back. And it's so hot, but they cover themselves, because otherwise the skin would be just burned.
Yeah.
I grew up watching the Portuguese, the Azorians at least, dressed like this doing the laundry. And the sign of a good housekeeper, look at the white of the socks.
Indeed. Wow.
This is Peru. This I remember, Peru. And the top actually had some embroidery in the front, but they wear these colors all mixed together, and I think it's so much fun. And they always wear these bowler hats. It was actually came when the men developed the railroad. They would wear the English bowler hat.
Oh yeah.
And so they use this to this day. They still have those. And this is actually a sack they carry in the bags. Some actually carry the children that way, or whatever they buy at the fair or the market, they put in there. That's how they carry it home.
Oh, cool.
And this is the European, Austrian, German, Swiss woman going to the market every Saturday morning, and that's how they dress. Boots and
fur coat on top.
Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
It's cold, yes.
It's cold, but yet she's wearing a skirt with.
But that's what they do. Yep.
That's so funny.
The wires represent the connection of all of us women, and that is me in every photo that you have seen.
This is fantastic.
We all connected. So I put the red and white and blue buyers.
That's great.
Yeah, that's the collection.